fabric in the skirt. Took it to the mirror just to check it. Wasn't planning on the joy it could unearth. Turned a little, saw the hem lift up, and before I knew it I was spinning round. Fabric flaring out into a bell, and I'm 8 years old in a dressing room again. Round I go and the whole skirt opens up like a flower that just figured out the sun. Whole long week of standing stiff and still just unwound itself in a turn and a run. Caught my grin going by in the glass, spun again just to see the yellow flies. I'm happy you can't buy with all the money, but this one's right here. Give it a try. Sales girl peeked around the curtain, smiled and said the spin's how you can tell it's the right one. Did another just to prove her point. Watched the whole room turn into a bright run. Bought it on the spot without a thought. Wore it out the door still half in motion. Fabric flaring out into a bell, and I'm 8 years old in a dressing room again. Round I go and the whole skirt opens up like a flower that just figured out the sun. Whole long week of standing stiff and still just unwound itself in a turn and a run. Caught my grin going by in the glass, spun again just to see the yellow flies. I'm happy you can't buy with all the money, but this one's right here. Give it a try. Somewhere we decide we're too grown to spin around just for the way it feels. But the kid who twirled in her good dress, she's still in here, and she's at the wheel. Round I go and the whole skirt opens up like a flower that just figured out the sun. Whole long week of standing stiff and still just unwound itself in a turn and a run. Caught my grin going by in the glass, spun again just to see the yellow flies. I'm happy you can't buy with all the money, but this one's right here. Give it a try. Walk the whole way home a little dizzy, yellow swinging bright around my knees. Whole gray afternoon gone go behind me, and a spin I'll do whenever I please. Hung a little chunk of cut glass in the window months ago and then forgot it there. Came down early when the sun was low, and it threw 100 colors everywhere. Walls all freckled red and green and gold, like the room had broken out in quiet bloom. One small wedge of nothing on a string took the plain white light and tore it open. Rainbows scattered on the ceiling and the floor, like the morning spilled a paint box through the pane. Whole gray apartment lit up like a fair, and I'm chasing little colors down the lane. Held my hand out, caught one on my palm, watched it slide across and up my arm. Took a like a fair, and I'm chasing little colors down the lane. Held my hand out, caught one on my palm, watched it slide across and up my arm. Took a forgotten bit of glass and sun to turn an ordinary room to charm. All that white light coming through the glass looked like nothing till it hit the ledge. Makes me wonder what else passes plain. That's a rainbow waiting on an edge. Chasing little colors down the lane. Held my hand out, caught one on my palm, watched it slide across and up my arm. Took a forgotten bit of glass and sun to turn an ordinary room to charm. Sun climbed up and the angle slipped away. Colors faded off the wall by 9. But I'll be down here early again tomorrow for the 10 bright minutes that are mine. For the reddest one to pick. Found one hiding underneath a leaf, plump enough to almost come off quick. Rolled it careful, gentle off the stem, held it in my palm all warm with sun. Popped it in before I even thought, and the whole bright morning happened in my mouth. Sweet up front and the tart comes chasing after. Little burst of summer on the tongue. Hold back garden waking up around me, and the birds all carrying on their song. Stood there barefoot in the wet of the grass, reaching for another off the cane. Took one very warm from the morning sun to make the whole day worth getting up again. Picked a handful, ate them one by one, didn't even make it to the bowl. Stained my fingertips a happy red, and I wore it like the morning made me whole. Bumblebee came working down the row, and we shared the garden, him and me. Popped it in before I even thought, and the whole bright morning happened in my mouth. Sweet up front and the tart comes chasing after. Little burst of summer on the tongue. Hold back garden waking up around me, and the birds all carrying on their song. Stood there barefoot in the wet of the grass, reaching for another off the cane. Took one very warm from the morning sun to make the whole day worth getting up again. You can buy them in a plastic box, cold and pale and shipped from far away. But there's a difference in the one you pick, warm and wild on a summer day. Sweet up front and the tart comes chasing after. Little burst of summer on the tongue. Hold back garden waking up around me, and the birds all carrying on their song. Stood there birds and the bees, and walked in carrying the rest. Sitting at my desk just minding business. Speaker started up a song I half forgot. First few notes and my shoulders started moving. Tried to keep it still and clearly could not. Foot went first and then it climbed on up till my whole self's rolling in the chair. Spine's got a memory the mind don't own, and it heard that bass line and it took the wheel. Hips going side to side in the seat, like the chair itself has caught the beat. Hold still off its turn to one girl floor, and there's not a thing my sense can do but cheer. Shoulders rolling, necking on it too. Pen still in my hand and I don't care. Some songs ask you nicely, some just grab, and this one's got me dancing in my chair. Tried to type and gave it up for lost. Pushed back from the desk to give it room. Spun the chair around once on its wheels. Let the whole dumb wonderful thing consume. Co-worker glanced over with a grin, caught it too, and started in himself. Spine's got a memory the mind don't own, and it heard that bass line and it took the wheel. Hips going side to side in the seat, like the chair itself has caught the beat. Hold still off its turn to one girl floor, and there's not a thing my sense can do but cheer. Shoulders rolling, necking on it too. Pen still in my hand and I don't care. Some songs ask you nicely, some just grab, and this one's got me dancing in my chair. They can keep the rule about composure, the straight back and the hands kept still. There's a happy that comes up through the floor, and it isn't one I'll ever sit through, never will. Hips going side to side in the seat, like the chair itself has caught the beat. Hold still off its turn to one girl floor, and there's not a thing my sense can do but cheer. Shoulders rolling, necking on it too. Pen still in my hand and I don't care. Some songs ask you nicely, some just grab, and this one's got me dancing in my chair. Song wound down and the room went quiet. Settled back into the work at hand. Still a little roll left in my shoulders, humming low to a forgotten band. Batter bubbling slow around the edges. Waited for the moment, spatula in hand. First two stuck and tore and went all crooked. Nothing in the kitchen going quite as planned. Then I slid it under, held my breath. Flipped the third one clean up off the pan. Caught it flat and golden coming down, and I nearly dropped the thing from grinning. Perfect circle, brown along the rim. Landed soft, not a single edge undone. Hold slow Sunday, balanced on a flip that I kitchen smelled like Sunday's supposed to. Caught it flat and cold and coming down, and I nearly dropped the thing from grinning. Perfect circle, brown along the rim. Landed soft, not a single edge undone. Whole slow Sunday, balanced on a flip that I finally got at 31. Stood there beaming at a round of gold like I'd won a thing they hand out medals for. Some victories don't show up on a scoreboard, and those are the ones worth flipping for. Nobody saw it, nobody clapped, no one knows the small thing that I did. But I'll carry that clean golden flip like a quiet trophy that I hid. Perfect circle, brown along the rim. Landed soft, not a single edge undone. Whole slow Sunday, balanced on a flip that I finally got at 31. Stood there beaming at a round of gold like I won the thing they hand out medals for. Some victories don't show up on a scoreboard, and those are the ones worth flipping for. Plate white clean and the pan set soaking. Sun laid warm across the floor. Oh, bright Sunday, open up ahead, and a small wind to set the door. Saw it growing in a crack in the sidewalk. Gone to seed, a little globe of white. Crouched right down in my good work clothes. Plucked it gentle, held it to the light. Hadn't done this since I was a kid. Made a wish before I knew I had one. Drew a breath that came up from my shoes, and I sent the whole soft thing into the air. 100 little parachutes let go, and they scatter on a breath out to the day. Whole gray sidewalk filling up with snow that floats up instead of down and drifts away. Carried off my worry with the seas like the wind agreed to take it off my hands. Made a wish I didn't say out loud, and it lifted and it landed where it lands. Watch them catch the breeze and ride it high over fences, over someone's rooftop line. One stuck briefly in my hair, and I just laughed, let it go, and watched it join the rest in time. Stem left bare and bald between my fingers, and my shoulders sitting lighter than before. Drew a breath that came up from my shoes, and I sent the whole soft thing into the air. 100 little parachutes let go, and they scatter on a breath out to the day. Whole gray sidewalk filling up with snow that floats up instead of down and drifts away. Carried off my worry with the seas like the wind agreed to take it off my hands. Made a wish I didn't say a crack in the concrete and a breath to leave a load of nothing behind. Hundred little parachutes let go, and they scatter on a breath out to the day. Whole gray sidewalk filling up with snow that floats up instead of down and drifts away. Carried off my worry with the seas like the wind agreed to take it off my hands. Made a wish I didn't say out loud, and it lifted and it landed where it lands. The last seeds drift out over the gate. Drop the bare stem back in the crack, and I walked off lighter, running late. Bought it as a bud 3 days ago, tight and green and giving nothing back. Stuck it in a jam jar on the table, half forgot about it, lost the track. Came down for my coffee, half asleep, and the thing had thrown its whole self open. Red as anything, white as a hello, and the kitchen wasn't gray a minute more. Cup of color sitting where the bud was like the morning, swapped it out while I slept. Whole drab table turned a little garden on a stem and a jar and a promise it kept. Stood there grinning at a single flower with my coffee going cold inside my hand. Some good things take their own sweet time, and then they bloom before you understand. Petals curve like cupped and offered palms, open to whatever light came through. Turn the jar to face it toward the window, watched it lean the way the flowers do. 3 slow days of nothing much at all, and then a Tuesday handed me the spring. Red as anything, white as a hello, and the kitchen wasn't gray a minute more. Cup of color sitting where the bud was like the morning, swapped it out while I slept. Whole drab table turned a little garden on a stem and a jar and a promise it kept. Stood there grinning at a single flower with my coffee going cold inside my hand. Some good things take their own sweet time, and then they bloom before you understand. Almost tossed it out the second day when it sat there tight and gave no sign. Glad I let it keep its own slow clock, 'cause look at how it chose to shine. Cup of color sitting where the going for the bin like any other day. Stop dead at the railing by the gate, where a spider strung the night's work on display. Every thread was hung with drops of water, lined up perfect, glinting in a row. Whole garden dripping diamonds it can't keep, and nobody around to see but me. Strands of glass beads strung across the dark wood, catching all the gold the sun can throw. Whole front yard turned a jeweler's window on a web a careless foot would never know. Leaned in close and the bus I should have caught rolled right past, and I just let it run. Couldn't put a price on what I'm seeing, strung up free between the rail and sun. One drop trembled, swelled, and finally fell, took the morning light all the way down. Web bounced light and strung itself again, like it didn't even notice it had gone. Stood there with the dew soaking my slippers, late for everything and not a bit concerned. Whole garden dripping diamonds it can't keep, and nobody around to see but me. Strands of glass beads strung across the dark wood, catching all the gold the sun can throw. Whole front yard turned a jeweler's window on a web a careless foot would never know. Leaned in close and the bus I should have caught rolled right past, and I just let it run. Couldn't put a price on what I'm seeing, strung up free between the rail and sun. Walked right past it 1,000 mornings, eyes down, hurrying nose to the day. Took one pause and a rain and a spider to hand me a fortune on the way. Strands of glass beads strung across the dark wood, catching all the gold the sun can throw. Whole front yard turned a jeweler's window on a web a careless foot would never know. Leaned in close and the bus I should have caught rolled right past, and I just let it run. Couldn't put a price on what I'm seeing, strung up free between the rail and sun. Sun climbed higher and it burned the dew away. Web hung empty, gone its little gleam, but I caught it once and I'll carry it. Brighter than a bus on time, it seems. Wasn't even funny, that's the thing. Someone snorted and that did it. Off we went. Tried to stop and took a breath and lost it. Bent over double, couldn't get it spent. Tears running down and my stomach sore, and the harder that I tried, the worse it got. Couldn't tell you what set the whole thing off, but it's rolling now and it won't be reasoned with. Can't catch a breath and I can't sit straight, and the silly of it only feeds the fire. Whole room laughing 'cause they caught it too, like a fuse that just keeps running higher and higher. My cheeks are aching, and I love this kind of sore. Every heavy thing I dragged in here just laughed clean out the door. Thought just lit another match, gasping out apologies to no one for a crime of pure ridiculous delight. Couldn't tell you what set the whole thing off, but it's rolling now, and it won't be reasoned with. Can't catch a breath and I can't sit straight, and the silly of it only feeds the fire. Whole room laughing cause they caught it too, like a fuse that just keeps running higher and higher. My cheeks are aching, and I love this kind of sore. Every heavy thing I dragged in here just laughed clean out the door. Doctors ought to write it on a slip, a good long fit of it take twice a day. Nothing in the medicine cabinet works like a laugh you can't quite laugh away. Can't catch a breath and I can't sit straight, and the silly of it only feeds the fire. Whole room laughing cause they caught it too, like a fuse that just keeps running higher and higher. My cheeks are aching, and I love this kind of sore. Every heavy thing I dragged in here just laughed clean out the door. It's winding down now. Just a hiccup here and there wiped my eyes and caught my breath at last. Whole lot lighter than I came in there. House still sleeping, dawn just barely cracked. First one up and the floor's gone cold. Crept along the hallway on my toes, knew which boards would creak and which would hold. Skipped the squeaky third one out of habit, felt like sneaking through a museum at night. Quiet's got a rhythm if you listen, and my soft step slipped right into it. Up on the balls of my feet through the dark, like a thief who only came to steal the calm. Whole hushed house holding its breath with me. In the morning's a secret in my palm. Pointed toes past the bedroom doors, made a little ballet of a hush. Some happy comes loud with a brass band, and some comes quiet as a brush. Kettle filled without a single clang, caught it right before the whistle blew. Stood there in the gray with steam rising, while the whole warm house slept on, none the wiser. Sun came pink across the kitchen tile, and I had it all to myself a while. Quiet's got a rhythm if you listen, and my soft step slipped right into it. Up on the balls of my feet through the dark, like a thief who only came to steal the calm. Whole hushed house holding its breath with me, and the morning's a secret in my palm. Pointed toes past the bedroom doors, made a little ballet of the hush. Some happy comes loud with a brass band, and some comes quiet as a brush. Used to want the whole world awake to prove the day had really begun, but there's a riches in the half hour stolen before anybody else has come. and stretchy in a waxy little sheet. Pulled an end, then you grabbed the other, and we stretched it out across the seat. Longer, thinner, glistening between us, till it caught the lights and went near gold. Both of us are laughing way too hard to eat the thing we're busy making longer. Sweet, pulled thin in the shimmering rope, and it won't hold still, and it won't let go. Whole our fairgrounds spinning around us, and we're tangled up in a candy glow. Sticky to the wrist and we don't care, folding it and pulling it again. Some kinds of joy you can't keep neat, and those are the best kinds. Now and then twisted it together, started over, made a braid of it between our hands. Did it finally, both ends at once, met right in the middle, no real plans. Powdered sugar dusting down our chins, and the Ferris wheel kept turning in the dark. Both of us are laughing way too hard to eat the thing we're busy making longer. Sweet, pulled thin in a shimmering rope, and it won't hold still, and it won't let go. Whole our fairgrounds spinning around us, and we're tangled up in the candy glow. Sticky to the wrist and we don't care, folding it and pulling it again. Some kinds of joy you can't keep neat, and those are the best kinds. Now and then won't remember what the rides cost or the lines we waited in to get, but I'll keep the way you laughed tonight, and the pink stuck on your fingers, you can bet. Sweet, pulled thin in a shimmering rope, and it won't hold still, and it won't let go. Whole our fairgrounds spinning around us, and we're tangled up in the candy glow. Sticky to the wrist and we don't care, folding it and pulling it again. Some kinds of joy you can't keep neat, and those are the best kinds. Now and then last sweet stretch gone soft in our hands. Fairground lights all blurring gold. Whole bright night still wide ahead, and a stickiness too good to fold. Found a bag of them cleaning out the desk. Glass with little ribbons spun inside. Poured them out and they rolled across the table, clicking soft like rain that's lost its hide. Line them up along the windowsill, where the morning sun could pick them up. And the whole plain wall went and bloomed with 100 little coins of colored light. Cat's eyes spinning out a spray of green through a wash of color on the floor. Whole gray room turned into a quiet fair on a fistful of glass and nothing more. Sat right down to watch the spots they made as the sun slid slow across the boards. The light keeps shifting, and it spills like little chords. Rolled one slow across the wooden floor. Watched it carry sunlight as it went. Picked the bluest, held it to my eye. whole drab kitchen turned an ocean tint. Cat came down to bat one across the room, and we played till half the morning slipped away. And the whole plain wall went and bloomed with 100 little coins of colored light. Cat's eyes spinning out a spray of green, threw a wash of color on the floor. Whole gray room turned into a quiet fair, on a fistful of glass and nothing more. Sat right down to watch the spots they made as the sun slid slow across the boards. The light keeps shifting, and it spills like little chords. Kept them in a drawer for 30 years, like I knew someday I'd need the light. Took a rainy childhood bag of glass to turn a quiet morning bright. Cat's eyes spinning out a spray of green, threw a wash of color on the floor. Whole gray room turned into a quiet fair, on a fistful of glass and nothing more. Sat right down to watch the spots they made as the sun slid slow across the boards. The light keeps shifting, and it spills like little chords. The sun moves on, and the colors slide away. Left them lined up on the sill to wait for the next slow, happy, great gold day. Warmed the jar in a bowl of hot water, tipped it slow above the bowl of cream. Amber ribbon coiling down in circles, catching cold and going still midstream. Made a little galaxy of gold right there on a Wednesday after work. Watched it set against the freezing white, and I forgot the whole long day behind me. Warm, gone hard in a spiral on the cold, like the evening wrote its name across the top. Spoon breaks through the shell with a little crack, and the sweet underneath won't let me stop. Standing in the kitchen in my socks, eating happiness right out of a bowl. Took a jar and a scoop and a quiet hour to put the broken pieces of me whole. Second drizzle looser this time over, let it pull down in the melting seam. Folded it together, gold through pale, like a sunset stirred into a dream. Carried it out to the back step warm, watched the porch light flicker on for me. Watched it set against the freezing white, and I forgot the whole long day behind me. Warm, gone hard in a spiral on the cold, like the evening wrote its name across the top. Spoon breaks through the shell with a little crack, and the sweet underneath won't let me stop. Standing in the kitchen in my socks, eating happiness right out of a bowl. Took a jar and a scoop and a quiet hour to put the broken pieces of me whole. Some days you can't fix the big stuff, The to-do list outruns the light, but you can warm a jar and pour a spiral, and let one small thing turn out right. Warm gone hard in a spiral on the cold, like the evening wrote its name across the top. Spoon breaks through the shell with a little crack, and the sweet underneath won't let me stop. Standing in the kitchen in my socks, eating happiness right out of a bowl. Took a jar and a scoop and a quiet hour to put the broken pieces of me whole. Last gold streak gone, soft in the bowl. Porch light humming, evening kind. Whole hard week beat behind the door, and a sweetness I get to keep in mind. Suds up to both my elbows. Same old glasses, same old morning chore. Then the sun came through the kitchen window, and it caught a wet rim, struck it like a chord. Held it there a second in the light, just a drinking glass and a beam of gold. Hold task, just stop to show me something I've been rinsing past for years. One bright wink off the edge of the wet, and the dishwater turned into a stage. Rainbow caught in a soap bubble film, like the morning slipped a tip across the page. Stood there grinning at a sink full of suds, for a flash of light that nobody else would see. Funny how the chores you'd skip if you could hide the prettiest things for free. Turned the glass to make the light run over, through a little spectrum on the wall. Dish towel waiting, water going cold, and I didn't mind a single thing at all. Set it gleaming on the rack to dry, pick the next one up to catch the sun. Hold task, just stop to show me something I'd been rinsing past for years. One bright wink off the edge of the wet, and the dishwater turned into a stage. Rainbow caught in a soap bubble film, like the morning slipped a tip across the page. Stood there grinning at a sink full of suds, for a flash of light that nobody else would see. Funny how the chores you'd skip if you could hide the prettiest things for free. Spend so long looking for the marvel in the postcards and the far off views, and it's right here in a soapy glass at the sink in the light where you'd least choose. One bright wink off the edge of the wet, and the dishwater turned into a stage. Rainbow caught in a soap bubble film, like the morning slipped a tip across the page. Stood there grinning at a sink full of suds, for a flash of light that nobody else would see. Funny how the chores you'd skip if you could hide the prettiest things for free. Last glass dried, and set up on the shelf. Sun still slanting gold across the room. Whole bright kitchen, catching little fires, and I'm humming at the sink and the broom. Little tin in the back of the cupboard, tiny fruits all sculpted out of sweet. Painted apples, painted pears, too pretty, almost too dear to ever go and eat. Pick the smallest one up by its stem, same as I did when I was barely tall. One soft bite and the years fold over, and I'm small again at her kitchen table. Sugar shaped like a garden in my palm, and it tastes like a sundae from way back home. Warm afternoon comes flooding in on a marble of sweet, on a single snack. Her radio is playing in a room that's long since gone. One little fruit, too lovely to be real, and she's here again, and I'm carried along. Save the cherry red one for the last, bit it slow to make the moment stay. Flower on her apron, light through the curtain, all of it came back and wouldn't fade away. Set the tin back gently on the shelf for the next time the missing comes to call. One soft bite and the years fold over, and I'm small again at her kitchen table. Sugar shaped like a garden in my palm, and it tastes like a sundae from way back home. Warm afternoon comes flooding in on a marble of sweet, on a single snack. Her radio is playing in a room that's long since gone. One little fruit, too lovely to be real, and she's here again, and I'm carried along. They say you can't go back to how it was, but nobody told the sugar and the spice. Took a sculpted little orchard in a tin to open up a door I'd shut twice. Sugar shaped like a garden in my palm, and it tastes like a sundae from way back home. Warm afternoon comes flooding in on a marble of sweet, on a single snack. Her radio is playing in a room that's long since gone. One little fruit, too lovely to be real, and she's here again, and I'm carried along. The sweet fades slow, but the warm stays put. Little tin tucked back where it lives in her kitchen, humming under my foot. Drop two white ones in the steaming cup, watch them bob around and lose their shape. Edges going soft against the heat, little clouds too sweet to ever quite escape. Wrapped both my hands around the warm, and the cold day outside lost its case. Nothing on my plate but the watching of a sweet thing slowly coming undone. Pillow soft and it's melting away into a swirl that I'll drink in a while. Whole gray window full of pouring rain, and in here it's all sugar and a smile. Steam on my glasses, sock feet on the chair, and a mug that holds the morning back up a little smaller than before. Took a careful sip across the top, burned my tongue a touch and laughed some more. Rain kept tapping out a little rhythm on the glass like it wanted to come in. Nothing on my plate but the watching of a sweet thing slowly coming undone. Pillow soft and it's melting away into a swirl that I'll drink in a while. Whole gray window full of pouring rain, and in here it's all sugar and a smile. Steam on my glasses, sock feet on the chair, and a mug that holds the morning like a friend. Some kinds of happy don't ask much at all, just a cup and a cloud and time to spend. We chase the big occasions down like joy lives only at the top of the hill. But it was here the whole time in the cup, going soft and sweet and sitting still. Pillow soft and it's melting away into a swirl that I'll drink in a while. Whole gray window full of pouring rain, and in here it's all sugar and a smile. Steam on my glasses, sock feet on the chair, and a mug that holds the morning like a friend. Some kinds of happy don't ask much at all, just a cup and a cloud and time to spend. Last sweet swallow, warm all the way down. Mug gone empty, rain gone light. Whole soft morning folded up inside me, and I carry it warm into the bright. Scooped it from the carton, frost on the lid. Pink and orange swirled together in the dish. Spoon went in and the surface gave way. Soft, cold against the heat, that first quiet wish. Porch boards warm underneath my bare feet, and the cicadas keeping up their tune. First taste hits and it fizzes on the tongue, and the whole flat day just tipped a shade of bright. Cool little melt where the sweet meets the warm. Colors running soft down the curve of the spoon. Nothing in the world but this and the sun, and the slow gold drip of a long afternoon. Tongue gone pink and a grin I can't hide for $1,000 worth of who knew this. Whoever said the small stuff never counts, never sat out here and tasted bliss. Worked it slow so it wouldn't disappear. Made it last the length of a song or two. Last spoonful pulled all sweet against the glass. Took the bowl right up and drank it through. Sticky fingers, sticky chin, don't mind. Porch cat blinking lazy in the shade. First taste hits and it fizzes on the tongue, and the whole flat day just tipped a shade of bright. Cool little melt where the sweet meets the warm. Colors running soft down the curve of the spoon. Nothing in the world but this and the sun, and the slow gold drip of a long afternoon. Tongue gone pink and a grin I can't hide for $1,000 worth of who knew this. Whoever said the small stuff never counts, never sat out here and tasted bliss. Funny how a cup of something cold can rearrange the whole shape of a day. Took a melting swirl and a wooden porch to chase the heavy quiet clean away. of a long afternoon. Tongue gone pink and a grin I can't hide for a frozen dollar's worth of who knew this. Whoever said the small stuff never counts, never sat out here and tasted bliss. Empty bowl set down on the warm wood, spoon still cold between my fingers. Whole bright afternoon stretched ahead, and the sweet on my tongue still lingers. Oh, long winter brown and bare out there, garden looking like it gave up the ghost. Went out shivering to fetch the paper, not expecting anything the most. Then I saw it down beside the fence, one bright yellow trumpet in the gray. First one up for the whole entire year, and it stopped me cold there standing in my coat. Splash of gold against the muddy brown, like the spring sent word ahead, it's on the way. Whole dead garden's got a pulse again on a single yellow nodding in the day. Crouched right down to get a closer look at the promise that the winter couldn't break. Some good things go quiet underground and come back gold for everybody's sake. Cupped my hand around it from the wind, didn't pick it, left it where it grew. Wanted everyone who passed to see that the cold had cracked and let the warm come through. Walked back in and left the door wide open, just to let a little spring inside. First one up of the whole entire year, and it stopped me cold there standing in my coat. Splash of gold against the muddy brown, like the spring sent word ahead, it's on the way. Whole dead garden's got a pulse again on a single yellow nodding in the day. Crouched right down to get a closer look at the promise that the winter couldn't break. Some good things go quiet underground and come back gold for everybody's sake. All those gray months I'd near forgotten that the brown out there was only sleeping deep. Took one trumpet blowing yellow to wake the whole glad world up from its keep. Splash of gold against the muddy brown, like the spring sent word ahead, it's on the way. Whole dead garden's got a pulse again on a single yellow nodding in the day. Crouched right down to get a closer look at the promise that the winter couldn't break. Some good things go quiet underground and come back gold for everybody's sake. Left a nodding by the garden fence, first of many, so the rest will come. Whole long winter melting off behind me, and a yellow morning just begun. Picked it from the bowl, gave it a squeeze, soft enough to know that it was time. Held it up and bit right through the skin, and it burst before I'd even made up my mind. Sweet crime juice ran warm all down across my wrist, and I laughed out loud and didn't wipe it off. Couldn't eat it neat if my life was on it, so I rather spill, but the best things won't be eaten tidy, and the mess is half the sweetness, half the thrill. Whole ripe summer running down my arm, and the sweet of it's too much to hold inside. Standing at the counter, making a mess, and there's not one part of me that wants to hide. Bit by dripping, bit right down to the stone. Juice up to my elbow, grinning ear to ear. Some joy, you gotta make a mess to get, and the messy kind's the best kind here. Washed up at the sink, still grinning at the sweet stone. Drying on the windowsill, and the summer warm on my feet. Little ramekin set out on the counter. Burnt sugar top, all glassy, hard and brown. Tapped it with the back end of my spoon. First time gentle, then I brought it down. Cracked it clean across with a little snap. Sweetest sound the kitchen ever made. Underneath it's soft and pale and waiting, and I dig right down through the shattered gold. Crackle on the top and the smooth beneath, like the morning hit a secret in a cup. Oh, slow Saturday distilled to this. One small spoon and I am lifted up. Shards of caramel and the silk below. Eyes near shut at how good a thing can be. Some happy comes in grand and sweeping ways, and some comes one crack spoonful just for me. Scoop down deep where the soft had pooled. Mix the bitter shards in with the cream. Sat right down on the stool beside the window. Ate it slow, the way you'd hold a dream. Sun came warm across the speckled counter, and the whole bright Saturday agreed with me. Underneath it's soft and pale and waiting, and I dig right down through the shattered gold. Crackle on the top and the smooth beneath, like the morning hit a secret in a cup. Oh, slow Saturday distilled to this. One small spoon and I am lifted up. Shards of caramel and the silk below. Eyes near shut at how good a thing can be. Some happy comes in grand and sweeping ways, and some comes one crack spoonful just for me. Whole long fancy world of grand desserts, and the joy was never in the size or price. It's the crack, the give, the first cool spoon, the small whole moment paid for twice. Crackle on the top and the smooth beneath, like the morning hit a secret in a cup. Oh, slow Saturday distilled to this. One small spoon and I am lifted up. Shards of caramel and the silk below. Eyes near shut at how good a thing can be. Some happy comes in grand and sweeping ways, and some comes one crack spoonful just for me. Scrape the ramekin down to the glaze. Set the spoon down, licked it clean. Oh, slow Saturday still spread ahead, and the best of it already seen. Rushing out the door with a list a mile long. my hand, and there she sat, a red and tiny jewel. Stopped me right there on the porch step, cold. Whole big morning narrowed to a dot. Set my back right down and just watched her walk the whole long country of my knuckles. Little red shell with the black spots on, making her slow way across my skin. Whole packed day just paused to let her pass, like the world had stopped and let the quiet in. Counted all her dots, there's 7 on. Held my breath so I wouldn't scare her gone. Took a beetle smaller than a button to make me set my whole rushed morning down. Up my finger to the very tip, opened up her shell and showed the wing. Lifted off all sudden into the air, and was gone before I'd finished wondering. Stood there grinning at my empty hand, bag still sitting where I'd set it free. Set my bag right down and just watched her walk the whole long country of my knuckles. Little red shell with the black spots on, making her slow way across my skin. Whole packed day just paused to let her pass, like the world had stopped and let the quiet in. Counted all her dots, there's 7 on. Held my breath so I wouldn't scare her gone. Took a beetle smaller than a button to make me set my whole rushed morning down. All that hurry I was carrying out, stood there waiting while I watched her crawl. And the funny thing, the day still got done, and the pause turned out the best of all. Little red shell with the black spots on, making her slow way across my skin. Whole packed day just paused to let her pass, like the world had stopped and let the quiet in. Counted all her dots, there's 7 on. Held my breath so I wouldn't scare her gone. Took a beetle smaller than a button to make me set my whole rushed morning down. Picked my bag back up and locked the door. Whole long list still waiting on the day, but I'm walking out a little lighter for the minute that she made me stay. Walk down to the pond in the morning still. Water flat as glass and holding the sky. I picked a smooth flat stone up off the bank, tossed it in just to watch the circles fly. One small plunk and the whole still surface bloomed out wide in rings that wouldn't stop. Watch them spread until they touched the reeds, and the calm came over me the way they came. Circles growing wider on the green from a single little nothing that I threw. Whole still pond just opened up alive, and the same things happening somewhere in me too. Sat down on the bank to watch them go, every ring a little softer than the last. Took one stone and a quiet sheet of water to spread a piece I didn't have to ask. The rings keep widening, see it all again. Watch the new rings cross the fading old. Two sets meeting, tangling, letting go. Like the water knew a story it had told. Sun came up and lit the moving water. Through the ripples gold across my face. Watch them spread until they touched the reeds, and the calm came over me the way they came. Circles growing wider on the green, from a single little nothing that I threw. Whole still pond just opened up alive, and the same things happening somewhere in me too. Sat down on the bank to watch them go. Every ring a little softer than the last. Took one stone and a quiet sheet of water to spread a peace I didn't have to ask. The rings keep widening, and so does the calm. One small thing can move the whole wide surface. One small gladness opens out the same. Took a stone no bigger than a thumbnail to set the whole still morning to its name. Circles growing wider on the green, from a single little nothing that I threw. Whole still pond just opened up alive, and the same things happening somewhere in me too. Sat down on the bank to watch them go. Every ring a little softer than the last. Took one stone and a quiet sheet of water to spread a peace I didn't have to ask. The rings keep widening, and so does the calm. The pond goes still, and it holds the sky once more. Whole bright morning settled wide and warm, and a calm I carried up from the shore. Window full of little rounds of color, pink and green and pale and dusty gold. Press my nose right up against the glass, like a kid in front of treasures to behold. Went inside and took my sweet long time, pointing, changing, pointing once again. Spoiled for choice in the nicest kind of way, and I'm in no rush to ever choose at all. Whole bright case of tiny stacked delights, and the hard part's only picking which is mine. Stood there happy in the choosing of it, every shade a little promise down the line. Settled finally on the palest one, tucked it careful in a paper sleeve. Took a glass case full of colored sugar to remind me how good it is to leave room to believe. Saved it in my bag until the park. Found a bench beneath a leaning tree. Bit it slow and the shell gave way too soft, and the whole sweet weight was worth the wait to me. Sparrows gathered for the crumbs I dropped, and we shared the little luxury, them and me. Spoiled for choice in the nicest kind of way, and I'm in no rush to ever choose at all. Whole bright case of tiny stacked delights, and the hard part's only picking which is mine. Stood there happy in the choosing of it, every shade a little promise down the line. Settled finally on the palest one, tucked it careful in a paper sleeve. halfway down the street. But there's a sweetness in the slow deciding, a small rich minute on its own 2 feet. Whole bright case of tiny stacked delights, and the hard part's only picking which is mine. Stood there happy in the choosing of it, every shade a little promise down the line. Settled finally on the palest one, tucked it careful in a paper sleeve. Took a glass case full of colored sugar to remind me how good it is to leave room to believe. Last soft bite there on the park bench, sun coming warm through the leaning tree. Whole slow afternoon still left to spend, and the sweetness that took its time with me. Planted them 3 weeks ago in a pot, watered every morning, saw no sign. Half convinced I buried them for nothing, talked myself out of the whole design. Came down ready to give up the dirt, and there it was, a thread of green just up, smaller than my littlest fingernail, and it stopped me dead right there in the kitchen. Little curl of green pushed through the brown like the whole long wait just answered back at last. Bent right down to the level of the pot just to see the thing I'd nearly given past. Grinning at a sprout the size of nothing, like it handed me a reason to believe some good things make you wait and wait and wait. And then one Tuesday morning they arrived. Looked again to make sure it was real, touched the tiny leaf so soft it nearly bent. Moved the pot right up against the window, gave it all the morning light I could present. Hold on, patient month of watering dirt paid me back in one bright thread of green, smaller than my littlest fingernail, and it stopped me dead right there in the kitchen. Little curl of green pushed through the brown like the whole long wait just answered back at last. Bent right down to the level of the pot just to see the thing I'd nearly given past. Grinning at a sprout the size of nothing, like it handed me a reason to believe some good things make you wait and wait and wait. And then one Tuesday morning they arrive. Came so close to dumping out the pot, calling it a failure, walking off. Glad I kept on watering the nothing, 'cause the nothing had a green thing in its trough. Little curl of green pushed through the brown like the whole long wait just answered back at last. Bent right down to the level of the pot just to see the thing I'd nearly given past. Grinning at a sprout the size of nothing, like it handed me a reason to believe some good things make you wait and wait and wait. And then one Tuesday morning they arrived. Filled the can to water it again, careful now this morning not inches thin. Unwrapped it with my gloves, still have fun. Popped it in to thaw the frozen morning. Buttery and slow it starts to give, and the whole gray coat just lost its grip on me. Sweet and warm goes melting down inside like a little stove I'm carrying along. Whole frostbit street turned bearable and bright on a penny piece I've had since who knows long. Crunched the last of it against my teeth, sticky, sweet and grinning at the chill. Some warmth comes from a furnace and a flame, and some comes wrapped in paper, smaller still. Pick my pace up, lighter on the ice. Whole walk shorter than it was before. Wind still biting, but it couldn't reach the little glow I'd started keeping store. Checked my pocket for another, found one, saved it for the corner up ahead. Buttery and slow it starts to give, and the whole gray coal just lost its grip on me. Sweet and warm goes melting down inside like a little stove I'm carrying along. Whole frostbit street turned bearable and bright on a penny piece I've had since who knows long. Crunched the last of it against my teeth, sticky, sweet and grinning at the chill. Some warmth comes from a furnace and a flame, and some comes wrapped in paper, smaller still. Funny how the smallest scrap of sweet can stand right up against a bitter day. Took a half-forgotten pocket toffee to warm a frozen morning all the way. Sweet and warm goes melting down inside like a little stove I'm carrying along. Whole frostbit street turned bearable and bright on a penny piece I've had since who knows long. Crunched the last of it against my teeth, sticky, sweet and grinning at the chill. Some warmth comes from a furnace and a flame, and some comes wrapped in paper, smaller still. Warm all the way down, and the corners coming near. Second one still waiting in my pocket, and the cold walk somehow